Yeah, yeah, yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, holding one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, foot and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff.
Welcome back to another episode of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Before we get cooking, got to give a shout out to a couple sponsors. Starting off with our newest sponsor, my man John over at Mulligan Wear. Make sure you guys go check him out. Mulligan Wear at Mulligan Wear _ on Instagram. Go to his profile, click the link in the bio, take you right to his page. He's got a dope line of hats, got some new polos coming out soon. Hoodie is fire as well. Not the season for the hoodie, but the material's dope. I got one of those over the winter. Make sure you check out Mulligan Wear. Use promo code PUFF10 to save yourself 10% at checkout. Also, we got Back Nine Botanicals, the leaders in the CBD game right now, especially in the golf world. They got everything you're looking for, from the birdie boost, the tea time sunrise, the moonlight mulligan. They even got the shooters, the THC shooters. I got one here with, this one's the orange, just one of the newer flavors, the strawberry, the passion fruit, as well as the new muscle and joint stick. Go check them out. Back Nine Botanicals. Use promo code TPUFF10 to save yourself 10% at checkout. And then we got Athletic. Athletic's got the 2 milligram mints. They got the power, flow, and rebound. Make sure you guys go and try the variety pack out. That way you get a sample of everything you're looking for, and then you can find the one that fits you best. Use promo code PUFF for a special discount at Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. Use promo code PUFF. And then last but not least, the guy Marty over at Trouble Off the Tee, TroubleOffTheTee.com. Boom. Use PUFF20 over there. Marty's got the line of hats, Never Lay Up, Camel Chasing, Scratch Golfer, I'll Go Alone. And what's the other one? Golf of America. Use promo code PUFF20 over there at TroubleOffTheTee.com. And don't forget to check out the audio book as well. But we're going to get into it quick. I got Florida Mike from the Upstate Golf Guys and Conspiracy Chaos podcast joining me. What's up, bro?
What up, big dog?
Ain't shit, man. Ain't shit. Got some big news on the Pitch, Putt, and Puff end, man. We're bringing back one of the OGs of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff this weekend.
Oh, boy.
We got a couple guys who can't make it. Kirk's got something going on. Brad's playing around with his old man. So I went into the vault and reached out to my man, Big Steve. Now, Big Steve is a legend when it comes to the Pitch, Putt, and Puff. He has the one and only hole-in-one in Pitch, Putt, and Puff history. It's the second hole, which is a very difficult par 3. You'll see here in a couple weeks, which we'll talk about in a few moments. So it's going to be really fun to have him back. It's pretty much the original crew out there this weekend. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. He's a character, to say the least. The comments that come out of his mouth, you never know what you're gonna get. Like straight up loose fucking cannon. But
he came on the mind game.
Oh yeah, he came onto the podcast one time. Let me give you an example of Steve. So I got sponsored by a local dispensary up in Troy, 420 Bliss at the time, and they gave me a bunch of samples of shit. I had like a nice little variety pack, so I put a bunch of stuff out on the table, and I was, having the guys, take what you want, try a sample of some gummies or whatever. So he gets into these mints or beans or something, right? But they're like coffee beans, so they're like an energy thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading them, like doing the promo like I just did for all the current sponsors, and I'm like, yo, Steve, did you read these before you took them? Now, my man took like 6 of these things. bro, they were equivalent to a cup of coffee, and each one they were like an aphrodisiac or whatever for like arousal and shit. So he's basically taking like Blue Chew with fucking weed gummies, bro. And he calls me later that night. We do the whole podcast. He calls me. He's like, bro. He goes, I'm driving home. My hands are shaking. He goes, I'm fucking wide awake. He goes, I feel like I literally just did fucking an 8-ball right now. Because I'm holding onto the steering wheel with both hands, driving. He was tweaked out, but he took like fucking probably eight of the things, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had to stop the podcast when he said something too. It was the only time I ever paused the podcast. I was like, bro, I might have to like edit this podcast right now. He came out of left field with some shit. But Mike, man, we got 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks until you're up here, man. You excited about coming up to upstate New York?
Oh, definitely.
Give yourself a little bit of a break from reality for a couple days anyway.
Yeah, and it's to hand myself over for the next 4 days to 2 guys I've met no less than a year. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, bro, it's cool.
I think it's gonna be awesome.
Even personally met you, like we're fucking like pen pals for you. Like
yeah,
I actually met you. As crazy as it sounds, but like the fact that you're just coming up here, gonna be crashing with an aunt and shit. You guys are going out to Mass for the tournament, but yeah, bro, I got it. I know the Helium boys are they're gonna be joining us. Majority of the pitch putt and puff guys who can get off of work, and the guys like Fairway and Hank, they're retired, so they'll definitely be there. We play every Friday anyway, so we should have a good group out there, bro. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited, man. I love playing with new golfers. This will actually also be the first time that I'll be able to play golf in a recreational state.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I have my medical card here. Obviously,
I was gonna say your medical.
Yeah, it's not the same. Like I can't just if I was in a cop saw me in a golf cart smoking a pen or a joint, I could get arrested. I have my medical card.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's pretty exciting. We'll see how I always play. I'm a lot of fun when I'm really stoned. Just telling where the ball goes with the driver sometimes.
So when you first started playing golf, were you smoking at the time? Like, did you go out there and like play high?
Oh yeah. The second I picked up a club, I was stoned.
Okay. Yeah, that's how I got into it.
Yeah. I mean, I played a few times in Chicago when I lived up there, but it was never serious. Like, I mean, my buddies had freaking slides on and stuff. And
right.
Skills, playing the Muni. But I've always smoked when I came down here and I played with a couple of friends down here. I was like, okay, we can do this, but I have a limit though. Like when I get blasted on Wednesdays, it's carefree. I'm not thinking about anything except for what kind of crazy shot can I accomplish.
Right. Let's go have some fun today and see what we can do.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm into tournaments, I bring the pen always, usually a rosin. And like every 3 holes, I'll hit it. I'll get a good hit outfit, and that's it. Every 3 holes. Because I felt like too much.
That's tournament play.
Yep, that's tournament play. It keeps me nice and level-headed.
Yeah. Keeps you not getting pissed off if you miss that 3-footer. You're like, okay, exactly. I got to focus on the next shot. I posted, damn, I missed that. Now I'm 3 strokes back or 2 strokes. You know what I mean? Whatever the situation may be. Yeah, man, I noticed that too. Like I was talking to, I remember the conversation was with Beth from Cann Nutrition, and she asked me, she's like, how do you know? Like, because if you're drinking, like you guys know, like, all right, I can have 3 beers throughout the round and I'll be able to have a good solid round. Like I won't have that buzz or whatever. It's kind of like you got to figure it out. So like, I don't like to take a gummy or an edible before the round because of the surprise effect of when it's going to hit you. Right. Sometimes they fucking lie to you on those packages.
Yeah, for sure.
They fucking lie to you. I've had a few of them. I had these ones one time. Cushy Punch. I got them from Cali. And it said it was a 25. That was not a 25. That was one of the only gummies that put me in timeout. The cushy punch. It was like 125. That thing smacked me because I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, I was going somewhere where I was looking for a nice chill, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm smacked right now, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Fucking
Dude,
party or something I didn't want to be at.
See, like down here, the gummies are weak as shit unless you get them like out of state.
Mm-hmm.
But at True Leaf, they have, I think it's $100, and you get 20 50 milligram capsules. And this guy who's like new into the smoking thing, he's like, oh, can I get a medical card? I'm like, yeah, so anybody can. I mean, they don't care, it's just money.
Right. It's just money.
So yeah, so he gets these pills, and we're at a tournament. He's like, dude, you ever heard of these? I was like, nah. I was like, what are they? So he tells me. He's like, you want a couple? I was like, sure. And I was like, how much are they? And he's like, 100 milligrams. He goes, 50 milligrams each. I was like, huh. I was like, okay. I was like, should I take one now? I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll wait. Because I had a good practice, a good warm up. So after the tournament, I won. After the tournament, I was like, what better way to celebrate? So I popped the 2, right? I said, how long do these take to kick in? He's like, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I said, perfect. I'll be home by then. So I get home, and it was always traditional back in the day when I gamed, is I come home, I get stoned, then I jump on with my brothers, and we'd game it up. And I'm sitting there, we're playing Call of Duty, and I'm just missing everything, right? I'm just like, what is going on here? And I tried to stand up, and I went like this. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I gotta stop playing. I said, I can't play video games right now. I'm too blasted. They're like, what? Like, they've never heard me say that. And I was like, yeah, dude, I can't do this. I can't even focus. As long as I want to do is smile, eat something, go for a walk, because I can't feel my legs.
That's it, bro. That's legit.
But ever since he told me about those, now I have a bottle, and I'll pop a 50, like 30 minutes before I leave the house.
Is it RSO?
What's that?
Is it RSO?
I think so, yeah.
That's I got this, the bad boy right here. It's you click it. It's a RSO from Hudson Cannabis up here. And bro, it comes out with these little droplets. And I'd say an everyday smoker, you can get away with like 2 little droplets. You can put it on your tongue or put it on a cracker, wherever you want to take it. But I got a little carried away the other day and did like a 4-packer. Bro, I was night time, like sleeping. I had a good night's rest, but it sucked though because I had the hangover. So when I take edibles, a lot of the times I'll get the hangover where I wake up and I'm still like hard to open my eyes. I'm like, dude, I gotta.
Yeah, your body's just lazy.
Yeah, it takes me I gotta get some I don't drink coffee or anything, but I almost an energy drink, almost to the point where I have to take grab a Red Bull or something just to really wake the fuck up, which I hate drinking that shit. But
dude,
sometimes I risk
never
it.
had coffee.
Me neither. Never had a cup of coffee.
Yeah, boy. You're like one of the very few people that I know that's
my grandmother, when I was a kid, told me I was a basketball player, and she told me it would stunt my growth, and I wanted to be tall, so I never drank a cup of coffee, man. Never drank a cup of coffee. But Mike, so since you're coming up here, what's just some of you hear us talk about Freer Park all the time? What's some of your expectations when you get up here of the course?
I'm excited for very green.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have green down here this time of year. It's too hot, unless you got cann, but or Juliet Falls. The different architecture of the holes. Yeah. I mean, this is excluding obviously hanging out with you guys. Like that's a given.
Yeah.
As far as golf courses go, just to see what PPP is all about. All the boys coming together. Helium, because I do my best to try to support everybody you support. Same with Upstate. So I know I'm excited to hang out with them guys. I hope I play well, but if I don't, that's not important.
It don't even matter. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Now. We'll probably do a little, depending on how many guys we got, we'll do a little $10 skins match, or we'll pull the cards like we do, so you can kind of see how the whole PPP thing works, just to make it fun and put something on it. But that's what I like to do. I like to.
Before I forget, I'm sorry. And I'm excited to ride with Fairway Mike.
Oh hell yeah! Yo, where do you meet this guy, bro? He's a fucking legend. Funny story. Speaking of fairway, Mike, why you brought him up. So me and Mike play together, fairway play together all the time. And the other day he goes, so I don't know if you've seen my swing, but I bring it back. Like I have a good like torque in my backswing. And he goes, "Hey man, how are you doing that?" Because he's been working on just keeping his takeaway pretty straight on the comeback. So he's like, "I want to get more power. I feel like I'm losing power." He goes, "What are you doing to get more power?" I said, "I'm kind of just snapping through it a little bit more." And I showed him what I did, right? So all of a sudden he starts doing it, right? He's like, "Man, I've been practicing this shit." And I'm like, "How you making out with it?" He goes, "Roger." He's got the VR that he practices on all winter. And he's like, last time, he goes, "The furthest I've ever hit one on the VR in the range was 300. He goes, "I've been doing this new swing." He goes, "I was hitting them 325, 330. He goes, "I don't know what." He goes, "The problem is I can't ever hit it straight." I go, "Well, it's kind of like watching me golf then, isn't it, buddy? Because I can hit them nice and far, but I just can't ever fucking hit them straight." It's 1 out of fucking, no, it's probably 3 out of 10 where I get a solid, especially off the tee.
You know, you just love those good days too when you are good off the tee.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I mean, obviously, like as mid handicappers, we don't get like enough consistent rounds of over, say, 50% fairways hit,
Right.
right? But when you do get them, they're amazing. And like Wednesday, my drive wasn't there all the way, which is fine. I'm glad it's like that before a tournament. But I had to play a 10. It was borderline a slice. The only reason why it wasn't a slice because it actually went straightaways, and then it took like a 10 to 12 yard cut. And sometimes you just got to deal with that kind of day. You got to play the shot that's given to you. You know.
I'm gonna pull my scorecard from the other day real quick. So
are you a warm up guy?
No, because we don't really have anywhere to warm up, and half the time, bro, I'm coming right from work. I hop out of the car, I pay for my cart, and off I go.
You got work boots on?
Sometimes I go out there, I got my steel toes on. Sometimes I got my sneakers rolling, but I'll be literally, dude, I'm changing in the parking lot. Like I'm taking my work pants off, putting shorts on in the parking lot, like at my car. It's especially there's no like locker room up there or nothing like that because of the construction and everything else. So it's like, all right, I guess I'm getting changed right here or getting changed in a grocery store parking lot.
VIP locker, baby, right in the trunk.
Pretty much. So I started off my round the other day. This is fucking wild. Double bogey, double bogey, double bogey to start. And then I went bogey, par, bogey, birdie. Dude, so pretty much I played like 6 holes even. And then I shot a 42 on the front, battled my way back from like 3 doubles to start. Like that's the thing. Like I always say this to guys too. You'll never know. Like I was having a shit round, but I wasn't pouting about it. I wasn't bitching about it. I'm just gonna keep battling because there's a chance where you can get lucky and make a couple shots. Like I missed an eagle putt on 7. I was actually texting with you guys, and you sent the picture of the course, and I sent the picture, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not texting." I was gonna send you the view, and I was like, I gotta lock in on this fucking putt. It's like a 30 footer. I just fucking missed that thing too, but ended up with the bird. And then I got hot because like I made stupid little adjustments. Like, for example, I pull a lot of my iron shots to the left. Like a lot of my iron shots go to the left. So I moved it. I had it up in the front of my stance, and I started watching like Bob and Hank and seeing where they're kind of putting the ball. I noticed it's more in the middle, so I started trying that. The rest of the day, dude, like I was hitting all my iron shots straight. I just couldn't putt to finish. So I was like, all right, we're figuring some things out. I just got to put it all together. Once I put it all together, man, it's going to be, I think
that's the hardest part.
It is.
Because even golf will let you get a little tease too. Like you'll get it all together one day. You know, like you'll miss a little here and there, but you score a great round and you're like, yeah. And then you go out that next round. You're going out that next round. You're like, oh, we're going to do the same thing we did last round. You know, you're confident. You're going out there striping it. You know, if you warm up on the range, then you go out there and you're just like double.
Dude, it's funny because like anytime I do take the time to like go over to the putting green and like warm up a little bit with putting, I don't start off good putting. That's what happened the other day. I didn't start off putting well. I was like, fuck, dude. Like I'm burying 10 footers like it's nothing. on the putting green, obviously because you're not playing for nothing. But
Right.
at the same time, I'm like, still, I'm doing the same things. It just can't be the mental of it. It can't be just that. Like I'm seeing the read, I have the line, I'm just coming up short. Or, I had 3 putts on last Sunday, horseshoe around the cup. We had 5 of those. Two other guys in our group had 1 of them each. So 5 in our group alone. So the pin placements are crazy, bro. You're gonna see what we're talking about. Sometimes they're slanted, sometimes they're just fucking completely out of whack.
Can't wait.
They don't tamp them down all the way, but
nice.
makes it challenging. It makes it
Hey,
challenging.
listen, I'm used to that down here too. We get that around here too.
Yeah.
Like when they don't press down on there's a plate that goes inside the cup and they're supposed to step on that.
Yep.
Very rarely do anybody do that unless it's like a super fancy place because they know better and they get paid a lot more to care. But like
exactly.
We get some courses down here, dude, that they won't change the pin placement for like 2 weeks.
Oh no, they change that every day. So when we play Thursday, when you come back to on Friday, it would be completely different. Every single hole.
I like that. It's very green up there too, isn't it? How are the greens? Are they soft, receptive? Are they firm?
Firm, very fast. Very, very firm, very, very fast.
Okay. Do you guys have like? Does the course have a number of like what the greens are running that day?
No. I don't think so. I never asked though.
Okay.
I've never asked that question. I wonder though. I'm very curious to what.
Well, it's a public course.
Yeah.
So I would say, being a public course, I would guess like fastest they might get like 11.5 maybe, which is decent. Enough to piss you off if you're misreading by a half a ball. You know what I mean?
Make a huge difference.
Absolutely, because downhills are going to be 13.
I would like to know what it runs at, just so I can see like what I compare to like when I go to other places. So like Tuesday I played Eagle Crest with some of my buddies from football days, and surprisingly, like I usually play that course in like it's up in Clifton, it's a little bit north of us in Clifton Park, and I usually play that in like October, November when Freer Park closes. Like that's our secondary course. They stay open pretty late.
Okay.
And I've never been there in nice weather. It was raining a little bit, but like the greens were running nice. It wasn't like the first time I played it, not aerated as well. So I got to see the true speed of the greens. I don't think it's weird. Like there's a couple holes, man. Like I hit some nukes where I almost drove a few of the greens, and I'm like, that doesn't seem like it was. Like the first hole said it was like 335, and I'm like 10 yards off the green. I'm like, I don't think that was 335, but it's also like a downhill. It's
you could have got a run or a speed slot.
Yeah, something. But I'm like, damn, that's a fucking nuke. But it still like doesn't look like it. Didn't feel like I hit a nuke. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. That's
I'm
how
like, I've
nice
hit
and
balls
pure
further
it was.
than that. Yeah, I've hit balls further than that. I know I have. I'm like, oh shit. So, where the fuck did they go? That course is pretty dope. But I'd like to see the rating from there to Freer Park, just so I know the difference when I go play those type of courses, so I know what to expect.
Yeah,
I never
try to ask,
look into
most
that,
people
man.
don't tell them. In tournaments, they don't really tell you. But I always try to ask, like the person working or whatever, hey, what are the greens running today? Or if I do a practice round, I'll ask then because I'm allowed to know then. But if they tell you, it's not our fault.
You can't know on tournament day?
No, not really. But if they tell us, then there's not really nothing they can do about it.
Gotcha.
Like it was weird, dude. When we had our tournament at Cabot, we had caddies. Like we're not allowed to use slope. You know what I mean? Like if the pin's elevated, you're 150 out. It's really 160. We're not allowed to know that. You're allowed to know the yardage. But the caddy was like, yeah, it's playing like 165, but you got a little bit of wind into, so it's probably more playing like 175. And I like looked at Brandon and I was like, are we allowed to know that? I guess we're allowed because it's coming from him. But it was weird because I never had a caddy in a tournament. So it kind of threw me off.
You couldn't pull out your rangefinder or your scope and be like, boom. Like you can't use.
No, I can use my rangefinder.
What if it has
I can use my ranger. You have to have a rangefinder that can turn that off.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, no one's ever asked, "Hey, do you got your slope on?" No one's ever asked that. I've never had it on. I've never asked them. You know, I've heard players slip up, but dude, I don't care.
Right.
We're not playing for millions of dollars. We're not even playing to pay
You
for
still
a
gotta
mortgage
make the, you
payment.
still gotta make the shot.
Exactly.
You still gotta make the shot.
They
That's what it
gotta
all
make
comes down to. Making it the biggest shot, I think, too, man, is really that second shot. Like you get yourself off with a good tee shot. You gotta finish, set yourself up. When you set yourself up in position for, a 2-putt for a par, you make it doable, you can have yourself a nice score. It's just eliminating those fucking duffs, or like a lot of times with me is just a shitty tee shot. Like I'll hit that low stinger where I'm 170 yards out where I should be 120 yards out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'll still get some distance off of those though. It's like I've had shots where I skipped it off of the tee box, dude, and it still goes out to 220. It's just like a one hopper. Choom.
Oh
Like
yeah,
Bub's
firing
like,
off the grass.
yeah, rockets, dude. Rockets. You'll see. It's the most fucked up shit ever, man. It really is.
Sorry. Hey, listen, I play with a guy who does the same thing. He hits bombs, but like maybe 1 out of 6 shots, you'll see him just skip one right off the front of the tee box, and the thing just hums, dude. And he'll still get it out there, and I'm just like, that's so crazy.
It's 3 feet. It's 3 feet off the ground, but it's carrying fucking. My carry was 18 yards, but the drive was 233. You know what I'm saying? It's like what the fuck?
All right. So see, like in Florida, between tee boxes and the fairway is always like rough. You guys don't have that there, huh?
There's a little bit, but I'll carry over that. Like I'll skip off of the front of our tee box.
Okay.
Where the white tees are, I'll hop it, boom, I'll skip it, and that fucking thing will just go. And then maybe a couple times in the fairway, and it runs out. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. It's a crazy. I love the liner though, because if I hit that,
were you playing well that day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
I was. That's why I was playing.
Where you feel like you can't miss, you know what I mean? Like, like even a miss looks sick, you know?
Yep. I was playing good that day too. I think I shot like an 84, 85.
Nice.
That's why I've been floating the mid 80s lately. I just try to keep myself out of the 90s. I had a couple rounds in like the low 90s. Last Friday I played dude, my past 3 league rounds against Anthony and the 2 other guys I played have been down to the last fucking hole in the last putt. And I fucking come on the short side of the stick every time. But I'm like, yo, like there was all right, so here's one. This is me just being me, and I couldn't do it because I couldn't take it. It was too far to take a gimme putts on the 16th hole. We're playing the back 9 in my match the other day. The kid I forget, he had a par. I was putting bogey, and it was, bro, like I'll give you like a putter grip if it's depending on which way the putt is. If it's a fucking downhill putt on a slope and it's not an easy putt, I'm not giving it to you. I'm not.
Sure.
I'm not
playing
doing
for money at the end of the day.
Right. And so like other putts, like straight in, like certain people, me and Bob were talking about this the other day. Like Hank, he's not going to miss that fucking 1 foot putt. Hank just does not miss those. Hank's a really good, like locked in putter. So Hank, pick that up. Let's go. Fairway, you're fucking putting that. Bob, you're putting that. You know what I'm saying? Myself, I'm maybe putting that. But for the most part, like it's like there's certain people. So I was on 16 and I putted. He's like, yo, you're good. But I still putted it and I missed it. And I went to the card and I wrote it was a double and I just wrote the 6. I was like, fuck. And coming into 17, 18, he was like, he came over to look at the card because he was walking. He's like, yo, why'd you take a 6? I said, bro, I missed that putt. I was like, that's too far for a give me. And like I ended up losing by the stroke, but I was like, yo, I feel better. I wouldn't have felt right if I won knowing I missed that putt. You know what I'm saying? Or even tied it. I was like, yo, I just can't. And Hank's like, what are you going to do? And like at one point they like convinced me to turn it back to the bogey. And then we got to like the end of 17 and I went to put the scores down. And I was like, nope, changing it back to the 6. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, for sure. Like I have one like that yesterday. My ball was under a bush, but because I'm left-handed, I could get to it. It's not a good lie. I had a bush all in my face. I could barely see the ball, right? And the whole side of the course is water from where I'm at to the tee box. And my buddy's like, dude, just pull it out and hit it. I'm like, no, dude, that's a penalty. He's like, no. He's like, dude, not in this league. I'm like, dude, it's a penalty. I can't just pull it out and hit it. I said, I got to take a stroke. I said, besides, I can get to it. It's not unplayable. It's a shitty shot, but I can hit it. He's like, nah. I'm like, dude, I'm not arguing with you. Hit it, wham, overcut it into the water. And I just got in the cart because our league does double max.
Okay.
And I just got in the cart. I was driving, and didn't really care about the round anyway. But he's like, aren't you gonna go? You still got shots. I'm like, dude. I said I wouldn't have made it. I was like, it's all good. Saving pace of play. I was like, he's like, you should have done that. I don't know why you won't do it. I'm like, it's the principle, bro.
Right.
I was like,
golf guys are watching, bro.
I'm like, you're a terrible putter. Do I give you any gimmies? He's like, no. I said,
that's why.
It's no different. It's like, why would I give you a putt when we're playing for money if you're not going to make it? You know, I said, so it's cheating if I pull that out, save myself a stroke, I give myself a good lie. What's to say I put it on the green and I make my putt for eagle? That's 6 points. I said, I just took money from everybody.
Right.
Because I wouldn't feel right about that.
Dude, in a way too, man, it also, like, we used to play before I started doing PPP. I used to play with a couple of guys on the weekends and shit, or during the weekend. We play snake, where whoever had the 3-putt owed the money.
Okay.
And that would always put a lot of pressure on you because the total would start to go up and shit. And sometimes it got a little interesting. And it was like, damn, dude, like, I don't want to pay 3 guys that much money right now. Like, I don't want that snake if it was, you know what I mean?
Especially if you're already playing bad.
Almost a couple $100 here. I don't want to spend that on a fucking round of
Actually,
golf right now because I can't putt. So it makes you a better putter. And that's where I think I became a really good putter, because I started learning how to read the lines and figuring out which way and playing there so much, obviously. But even when I went up to the course the other day up Eagle Crest, my reads and everything were fine. It just rained earlier, so I was a little bit short on a lot of putts, but I still shot a 43. I shot a 43, and I probably easily could have turned that into a fucking 37 if I putted well. Easily turned that into 37. But we played a little fun little skins game, talking shit the whole time. That's what we do. Football guys, we're talking shit. Like, why the guys are in their backswing talking shit.
Who is your team? The Giants?
NFL. I'm a Giants, but I just really the Hurricanes is all I really follow, man. Canes gear all over the joint. Man.
I knew that part. I mean, I saw some good players out of there.
Oh yeah, man. We got some dogs. Cam Ward, bro, gonna make some moves.
Are you a Mets fan?
No, I'm a Yankee fan.
Oh, you just had to just go ahead and rip it.
Yeah, I'm a Yankee fan. I haven't really watched it so much since Derek Jeter retired. Like, that was the guy. It's tough. Like, with the new stadium, I'm not a big fan of either. Like, I was saying this the other day to somebody, more football games down there than I have baseball games. Miami's played in like 3 pinstripe bowls. I went down for another Syracuse. I went to the first pinstripe bowl. So I've been to like 5 or 6 pinstripe bowls in the past, I don't know, 15 years or however long they've been doing it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I got on the field a couple of years ago. It was Miami Rutgers. My buddy who does the Christmas trees down there has season tickets to Rutgers, and he does some work with the Christmas trees for the Yankees. So he ended up getting some on-field passes. So got to touch the dirt at Yankee Stadium. Pretty cool.
I'm surprised you haven't done any taking a vacation to Miami or just flew down real quick to go to the spring games, because usually they're always free.
2010 spring game. I was down there for that.
Hell yeah. I used to go to the Gator ones all the time when I was younger.
Yeah, I came down. Was it 2010? Yeah, it had to be 2010. I don't know where the poster is right now. It's actually right here. Yeah, 2010. That was super dope. I got to meet a bunch of the players and shit. Seen a couple of the old timers. Yeah, dude. I've been down there, 3 times? Down to Miami itself. Never been to a
Okay.
Canes game though. They're playing Notre Dame this year. I was gonna try to make it down, but it's on a holiday weekend, and it's like impossible for
Already
me because
X'd out.
it's already like impossible for me because of my job to get it off because holiday like big drinking holidays are big for me, so I kind of can't take those holidays off.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I know
fucking
that feeling. I was a bartender.
yeah, it's tough.
The same
So
kind of thing.
and I'm like, I don't
Good
want to
luck.
really spend like $2,000 on a weekend either at this point. Could use that in a lot of different places right now.
For sure.
Yeah, you
Golf.
know? A golf trip down to Florida to fucking hang out with you for a few days. Yeah, I'd love.
Yes,
Me
sir.
and Ant should really start looking into that because I think figure out a good time and what's a good season to get down there and all that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
I'm
it'd be
looking
fire.
forward to it.
I gotta see. I know sometime around that time. I think I'm pretty sure the boss they go on vacation for like a week, so I see maybe they're all playing together, so that I don't even have to worry about working.
There you go. There you go. Just fucking out there golfing every day.
Oh, I love it, dude. I do. I do it. I'll say I do it a lot, but like going up there with you guys 4 days of golf,
Mm-hmm.
which is also a great tune-up for nationals, or just 3 months after that. Just dude, I wish I could play way more golf, but
Yeah,
I cannot.
it's tough.
I wish I had your job.
I know my schedule. I sacrifice, sleep, but I get to play a lot of golf during the summertime, so it does benefit me.
Sleep's overrated.
Yeah, man, I get my sleep in. I take naps when possible. I mean, sometimes I fall asleep earlier than I want to. Last night I fell asleep on a guest. Felt fucking terrible. Woke up like 30 minutes after. I'm like, not again. Had to reschedule it and shit. But they're actually having a tournament the week you come up here. That Friday you come up here,
are
they're
they?
having a tournament. Yeah, and I'm like, damn, wish it was any week
Oh yeah, that's
before
right.
or after. Yeah, but
I
it's
know.
down to
Too bad we couldn't
peaks.
get it all together. I wish I could
Yeah,
stay longer, but
yeah, no, it makes sense. Come up for a couple days. I think you're going to get a little bit of your old school Chicago vibes when we get you down to like downtown Troy and the Fazio scene and all that. I think what you're going to see at the golf course at Freer anyway is you're going to see, like you said, a lot of greenery, a lot of different types of trees that you don't see down there that you're going to see up here. The grass is going to, I think the greens and the grass are going to be a whole different ball game too.
I know. I can't wait to chip out of that.
Yeah, he's been letting that grow in too. I seen him the other day. I go, you watch too much of the Open, bro. This ain't Oakmont. I go, get that lawnmower out there. He started laughing at me.
I have been working on my flop game a little more because I'm expecting like thick grass, but it'll kind of like sit on it.
Okay.
So working on shallowing out the head and standing a little further back than I normally do, so I can have a clean sweep under it.
So the one thing I'll tell you to do with a flop shot, this is the only tip I'll ever give anybody, because I'm pretty good with a flop shot, is really emphasize on hitting behind the ball, like hitting the ground before you hit the ball, because
Like a bunker shot.
Yeah, basically just smack the ground with it, and then you'll pop it right up where you want it to be. And if depending on the angle of the club and your speed, you can even get a little juice on it and get some spin. But
I love throwing some spin on there.
Really just focus on hitting the ground behind it, and the club will do its, sometimes it doesn't even feel like you're going to hit the ball. But if you focus on just hitting behind it, directly behind it, it'll pop it right up for you.
Okay.
Try it. And really emphasize hitting the ground behind it. But yeah, I think you're going to have a blast, bro. We're going to make it a good time for sure. I know, we'll go down and get some DeFazios. Did you watch the Barstool the Barstool review of DeFazios?
I did not.
Okay.
But I do have upstate New York golfers that are snowbirds and some that have moved down here permanently. And they like give me mixed votes, right? Like half of them like the Fazios, and then the other half like K's, I think it's called.
That's the one right next to my house, bro.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I get people that talk about that one too. That say it's fantastic.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah. Even dude on the phone, he was like, "Oh, yeah, man, no, this is so and so." I'm like, "What's up, bud?" He's like, "Keith there." I'm like, "No." He's like, "Hey, did you go on your trip?" I was like, "No, not yet." He's like, "Where are you going?" And I told him. I was like, I can't wait to have some decent pizza. You know, a
Yeah,
place. And he's
Kay's
like,
is
oh,
right. Kay's is
and
right
he
out
said
where I live,
K's.
dude.
Yeah, he
It's
goes,
right in the
oh,
water,
K's is
right out where I live.
fantastic. And I was
Yeah,
like, you know, I said, my buddies were talking about that or DeFazio's. He goes, yeah, they're good too. You can't go wrong. He goes, but I think K's is better. I was like, all right.
I'd have to. They're both usually rated the top two, but definitely Barstool
That's a good
Refute.
problem to have.
Yeah, they battle it out for the Capital Region all the time.
Okay.
But DeFazio's has I think they do like the wood. I think they're the wood fried too. So they got that
Okay.
little crispy.
I mean, we could do one night and one the other. I don't care.
Yeah, we could. We could grab lunch at one and fucking go after the
You know,
9.
you know how
got time
badly I miss pizza, like good pizza. You know how badly I miss
good pizza.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, because what time? All right, so if we play 9 on Friday, you guys don't have to get up there at any certain time, right?
I have no idea he planned it. I'm going with the flow.
It's gonna be all fucked up then.
Yeah, I mean, you guys in your Chicago people time too, dude. I'm sure we're gonna be late every time anywhere we go.
Yeah.
Except for the tournament.
Yeah. No, we'll be good on tea time wise for Freer. Long as you're playing and everything goes smooth, I'm gonna book like the latest one in the afternoon for like a 12:30 for that day.
Yeah, it said 10:52 I land.
Okay. So yeah, we'll be able to get out there by noon. Squeeze 11:45.
My boss I'm taking JetBlue, and
Okay.
my boss took JetBlue. He said it was great.
Direct flight, right?
Yeah, direct flight.
All right.
They said I'm pretty sure they said they beat the time. I said that would be nice if that happened with us.
Yeah, one way's whatever way the jet stream is. One way was like a half hour, 45 minutes faster on the way down or way up. I forget what it was for Orlando, but.
And I'm excited. It's not going to be 125 degrees when I play golf in July.
I don't know, bro. It's we got some weather coming up here, and I was just looking at that earlier. We're looking at 96, 96, 98, 88.
Yeah, but what's the humidity?
Hot.
Hot.
Hot, bro.
That's the key, especially
74%.
So you're looking at like 108 degrees.
Yeah, it's sticky, bro. It's like
that's how it is down here, but we're like usually at like 94%.
Not a fan. It's not tough. A fan.
It's tough.
It's really tough, bro. I don't complain about it though because I'll bitch all winter about the snow. So I'm not ever gonna complain.
You're not one of those New York City people who like bitch about the snow and then bitch about the heat.
Bring that heat. I'll play golf in 200
heat.
degrees, man. I will just bring buckets of water and I will swing that golf club like I've never swung a club before and keep on swinging.
Yeah, what was it? Feel like it was 105 yesterday, and I drank 96 ounces of water and like hydration water while I was out there. And I almost was still tired with 2 holes left. And I was like, I'm good. But usually especially when it's that hot and like it's slow play. I mean, I was finding shade everywhere, but you still can't hide it when there's no clouds in the sky. And it's going to be a long summer down here, I think. I think it's going to be super hot.
I think, well, we're a third of the way through it, bro, and we've had nothing but shit weather, so.
We've had shit weather all year.
I know. It's been brutal, dude. It's rained. If it doesn't rain this weekend, it will break the streak of 31 consecutive weekends of rain. It's fucking
as long as it does it all now and not when I'm there.
Yeah, we should be all right. Get it done with. But we'll wrap it up, Mike. We'll do the 3 questions again, man. I always like wrapping it up with the 3 questions. What's one thing golf has taught you on or off the course?
Nothing's ever given. You got to work hard for it. If you want to improve, you have to work for it. You have to work hard for it. It's not just go out there for like a half
humbles
hour
you.
Work on your game. Exactly.
Fucking
humbles you. It teaches you patience.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Patience was mine.
Yeah,
patience for sure, because it really gets you to focus on the task at hand. You can't worry about nothing else except what you're supposed to be doing with that shot. Putt,
Absolutely.
drive, whatever the fuck it
100%.
is. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Patience was mine for sure. But it's like you're really like humble, like it does though, it humbles you. Like when I was like, dude, I could always go play whatever sport and be comfortable. Like it didn't matter, football, baseball, basketball. And know I'd be able to compete with whoever for the most part, unless I was playing extremely high level. I wasn't an NBA or NFL guy by any means, but like I wouldn't be intimidated getting on the field with guys who were. And golf, literally, like I couldn't like hit the ball straight. I couldn't fucking chip. I couldn't do anything when I first started. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
this is wild. Like, why am I so bad at this? And fucking just turned out to be a fucking work in progress. But it takes work. I put 7,
Hardest
8
sport in
years
the
of work.
world. Oh yeah.
Fucking
7, 8
work.
years of work, and you're not a scratch golfer. Like people are like, that's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Like I have friends that are like, when you turn pro? I'm like, never.
Right.
Like,
I got a lot of work to do.
they're like, what do you mean? Like you compete and you win? I said, yeah, but that's like I'm like light years away. I was like, to be a pro, you literally have to have like a consistent +7 or better handicap.
Right. You got to be cooking with and like winning tournaments.
Yeah. Like my coach who caddies on the Corn Ferry Tour. He's in the tournament up in Kansas right now. He said, he goes, if you can't go out and shoot 67, 66 every round, he's like, then you don't even try.
Right.
I was like, dang, like,
that's crazy.
And like, another stat is only 5% of all golfers in the entire world break 90.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
2% break 80 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 point something
I'm one of
percent
them
break
3 times.
80. Yeah, dude, it's tough, man.
It's so hard though. I haven't done it in 2 years.
Basketball, football, hard. This is hard.
It's so hard, man.
I love it.
Here's one for you. Would you rather shoot your personal best or have the chillest, most fun round of your life? Talking about scoring.
I think right now, in the mindset that I'm in, halfway through the season, best score.
Yeah. You want to see the work. You want to see the work pay off.
Work put in. Absolutely. Yeah. I want to see where my potential is. Like I know I have it. Like in the tournament, this past regional tournament, I was playing with guys that were an A flight above me. And the guy pulled me off to the side after we were done. And he goes, dude, by this time next year, I'll see you in A flight.
Yeah.
He's like, you are going to be a low single handicap in no time at all. I see it. I can see the shots you make, this and that. I was like, dude, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear it and I love it. And I take it all in. But my brain's like, I want it now.
Right. You want to see the results right away.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But I am improving. Like how we talked earlier when you were talking about how you can start off bad and then you'll lock it in. Then you may fumble a little bit and then lock it in again at the end, or it comes in spurts and then we'll have stretches. If you really pay attention to that, that's where you'll find like how you're getting better. Like I still kind of fumble in the front, but it's not as many holes.
Yeah.
If I do start off slow, it's not as many holes. And my stretches of locked in and playing well has gotten longer.
Yeah.
Right. I do have that tendency where I'll break focus. I'm learning that right now, especially with people that I play with. Just to see what triggers it or whatever. Because I don't look at my phone unless I'm doing live score. But like when I went double, and the next 9 holes I went 1 under. And before that, a couple rounds before that, or a couple tournaments before that, I went 1 over through 9. So that right there is already a 2-stroke improvement in a sense than it was, just a few weeks ago, a month ago. So as long as you got, and like if you pay attention to that, I think it'll help your game a lot.
Yep.
So far I've recognized it. as you play. Like this isn't
Yeah.
stuff you just pick up right away when you get there, unless you're gifted, you know.
Right.
But I think once you
Gotta put the
start,
work in.
when people start, yeah, you got to put the work in. And once you start recognizing it on the golf course, you kind of like automatically pick up more positives than negatives. And the negatives don't seem as bad. You don't get as upset. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So
That's
I
what
love how
Bub's
the
at
game
right now.
grows you.
Bub's similar to you right now, where he's like, he's putting the work in a little bit, and you're seeing the results where he's just been low 80s, low 80s, low 80s consistently, and just really holding it. He took over the top spot in the ranking so far, no doubt about it. He's got some push from JR, but Bub's sitting solid. It's going to be interesting to see if anybody has the potential to move him off the top spot. But me personally, dude, I think if I was to shoot my best round or have the chillest round, I think it would be all in the same, because if I was playing that good, I would
you would be chill.
my vibe would be fucking chill.
Yeah.
I
like that answer.
I'd be super hyped. I really think it would be all in the same, where I'd be like, all right. And the crew, like when guys know guys are playing good, like we're not fucking with them. We don't like lock in, bro. Like break this 80, shoot this 77, 76, whatever you're going for. Like I'm not going to talk shit to nobody. I'm going to be quiet when you're putting. Like I'll get the pin. You just go back to the cart and like, let's like legit just focus on your shit.
Yeah.
So like,
I got
we noticed that.
you know, like a lot of people that listen to you don't know, but you know that I'm still on the quest to break 80. So my least favorite golf number obviously is 80. But this Monday I have a tournament, and I was doing some studying and looking at it yesterday. It has 6 par 3s, 3 on each side.
Okay.
It has 5 par 5s. 3 of those are on the front.
Huh.
It's a par 71. And I think I was looking at it. It's tight, which is fine. But it's kind of short. So I really think like this is a good chance for me to break it.
Have you never played this course?
I played it one time 4 years ago.
Okay.
But usually what I do when I play courses that I haven't played and they're tight tee shots, I usually go 4 iron or 3 hybrid off the tee box. That's my 230, 240 clubs, which is pretty fine most of the time.
Right.
If I had to, the drivers just try to cheat and get up there. My favorite club number, but I play smart mostly in tournaments.
End up getting yourself in more trouble than it's worth sometimes. I've been doing that on the 5th hole. I try to get over that gully, and I get a little too greedy sometimes and run it over the fairway and into the thick shit.
Like I never lay up unless I have no choice.
Right. That's exactly how I am. Here's one. Give us one high thought you've had on the golf course recently. One zoned out stoner moment where you were just like, yo, I'm high as fuck and this happened.
That's hilarious. Try whatever. The whole don't matter. So Wednesday, I ride with my buddy. He's an awesome guy. He uses golf for therapy. He's a 4-tour combat veteran. God bless him. Thank him very much. And we just got done smoking the 3rd J. We're getting ready to round it out. We do like every 6 holes.
Yep.
And we'll start the 3rd one early forward, so we're done before we get to the cart or to the car. And I was standing there. I'm in the bunker, and I'm hitting the flag with my rangefinder. And he's got the thing on his phone. And I'm like, 230, all right, So I walk over. It looked way shorter than that.
Yeah.
Right, so I must have been hitting the tree behind. We went to my car, my bag, grabbed it, hit this, goes right at the flag, 12 feet above it.
Sailed it.
Like, oh yeah. And I was like, what the hell did I just hit there? And I looked down at my clock. I said, it's a 230. He's like 230. And I was like, yeah, 230. He goes, dude, it was 195. I was like, oh shit. But I would have never done that if I wasn't that stoned.
Damn.
You know? I smoked it, dude. Smoked it. It was great.
We had one the other day where I forget which one. It was Fairway or Hank. I forget which one was doing it. But we got bullshitting, and everybody was talking as we were finishing up the final putts on the green. I forget what hole. But they just started talking and walking back to the cart with the flag on their, like they're sitting there with the flag on their shoulder waiting while everybody else finishes up. And we're just talking, and they just like think they got their fucking wedge in their hand or whatever. And they just start walking back to the cart. We're like, yo, bro, you got the flag. Like, we let them get as far as they can with the pin before they fucking realize it and bring it back. It was like a week and a half ago. I forget who did it.
Really?
But that happens all the time. I've done that. I've walked off with the pin before when you're just sitting there bullshitting and talking. It happens.
Oh yeah. In a tournament, I like a jackass. Like in the tournament, they do triple max just to keep up pace of play.
Yeah.
And I was stoned, but it was no excuse for what happened. I was just aggravated. I lost concentration, and I hit this putt. And I lipped it, and I walked over my putter and I scooped it, thinking I had the max.
Yeah.
And I was far from it. And I was like, oh, my buddy's like, you're an idiot. I said, yep, yes, I am. And it was for a bogue, dude. All I had to do was tap in for a bogey and it would be a triple.
Fuck. That's not a bad way to do it.
No.
Triple max actually might be a little bit better for Sundays too, because it'll make a little bit difference on the money side of things and lower some scores to give some other guys some better opportunities to hit.
My boss does he does double max in the leagues, and he took away gimmies because people were giving 6-footers.
Yeah, no, fuck all that. You can't be doing that.
No.
But Mike, man, appreciate you jumping on with me tonight, brother. Looking forward to our episodes with Ann over at Upstate, and obviously on Conspiracy Chaos. I've been having a lot of fun with that podcast over there. We'll definitely be cooking it up with some more guests. But check them out at, what is it, Bogey Golf Mike on Instagram.
Yeah. I got to change it. I haven't thought of anything, but that's it for now.
No, check them out there. Check them out on the Upstate Golf Guys and Conspiracy Chaos. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We will talk to you on Monday with a recap show. And shout out to Big Steve for making an appearance this upcoming weekend on the Pitch Putt and Puff. Talk to you later. Peace.
Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burton bogeys, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough.